Hello, friends. Welcome to Squared Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be doing a fun Christmas bucket list for our holiday planners. I am super excited to have something fun and cute set up in my holiday planner to get things going. So, if that sounds good, let's jump in. And all we'll be using today is this Happy Planner paper punch, along with this set of vinyl sticker sheets and some cardstock from this paper pack. Okay, you guys, so I got this paper pack from Michael's, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, so I don't think it's still around, but I am going to grab out this really cute snowman from that cardstock. And he was a little bit tall and a little bit wide, so I'm going to make some adjustments right now so you guys can see. When I cut him out of the paper, I cropped off his little poof on his hat, and now I'm going to use a classic size sheet of paper to somewhat measure where I need to cut off and also to punch when I put this in my planner. He has a really cute side with a scarf and then another side that's a little bit more neutral, so that's the side we're going to be working with. And I just marked where the hole should be so that it really sits perfectly top to bottom in my 9.25-inch classic size Happy Planner. So I did that and I used that as a guide to punch the holes. And that is how he'll sit in my planner. As you can see, it's super cute. Love it. I love this kind of die cut look too. Something fun to look at right away. And I decided instead of using my own bucket list items this year to download a printable from Etsy. So I found this shop that actually provides not stickers, but like images to go with the bucket list items, which is what I was looking for. Because I can never find the perfect stickers anymore to go with those bucket list items I want to add. So I thought this was a good solution and a pretty easy one since, you could just print it out on a full sheet and then cut out the ones you want, which is what we're going to do today. I will have that shop and the listing linked down below in the description, along with any of the materials I can still find out on the internets that I'm using today. So I went ahead and grabbed the title that says Christmas Bucket List and decided to try and put it here on the front so that I would have all the space on the back to put in the actual bucket list items. I like that they are printed on clear vinyl sheets, so it pretty much allows me to put it anywhere and layer it over. So there's no like white backer or anything that I have to worry about. It's all on clear. So I decided to nestle it here on the snowman's chest, where there was the most white space to be had, and I really like how that turned out. So now we're going to add in these bucket list items, and I'm going to try to make my life a little bit simpler by taking a bulk of this setup and just kind of laying it all down at once as one giant sticker. So I'm going to cut pretty close to the edges where I can so that I can fit as much of these bucket list items in as possible. And now it's just going to be more of a puzzle trying to fit in all the things if I can get it all in. So for this printable that I got on Etsy, it includes all of the seasons. So there is actually 5 sheets. There is spring, summer, winter, and fall. And then they also have this holiday bucket list or Christmas bucket list option as well. I am pretty excited about that. I can do basically from here on out for winter and spring all the way up to next fall using these printables. And I always like that when I have some matching items where they have the same vibes. And I also got the stickers and the images to kind of go with it, you know what I mean? So pretty excited about this. If I was a better illustrator, I totally would make my own, but I'm not, and I'm not going to go out and try to hunt down just individual images. I think the best way and the most cost-effective way, even for myself, is to buy something that's already pre-made and use that instead of trying to DIY this for myself. So as you can see, I am working in as many of these items as possible. I am cutting some of them apart from the actual prompt for the bucket list so that I could, maneuver them into tighter spaces. I'm getting pretty good here. I've got pretty much everything in. Have a few here for the top that might not fit very nicely. We'll see. Just trying to find a good way to layer these in. Definitely going to take a bit of maneuvering and some cutting up of things to make this all fit, but it would be awesome if I could get it all in. I'm super excited for the holiday season. I am excited to be back in California and be able to do all the things that I love to do for the holiday season with friends, and my family's closer. So it's going to be really nice to have them come and visit and to be able to visit them as well. So excited for this holiday season. It's been a little bit crazy these last few weeks, and I am so ready for a bit of holiday spirit and holiday fun. Really excited for this setup. This is the first thing I'm pretty much creating for the holiday section in my planner. This should kick things off nicely and bring in, again, that holiday spirit that I'm looking for. And like I said, I am just fitting things in, trimming things as close as possible so there's not a lot of overlap of sticker. I don't really like to have things too doubled up, so if I can avoid it by just trimming a little bit closer, I'm trying to do that. One thing you might know is that I'm using clear vinyl sticker paper, and I am including the I would say check boxes, but I guess the check circles that were part of that bucket list. You cannot use a regular marker or highlighter on those because it will just rub right off. But I'm thinking I'll just use a Sharpie, which I usually have at hand in my, stash of pens that I use all the time. That will be an easy way for me to make sure that I can actually check things off and have them stay checked off, if that makes sense. Not sure if I want to do something with my calendar because I'm going to put this really close to my holiday calendar. That's related to the bucket list here. Maybe when I do a bucket list item, somehow denoting it on the calendar when I do it so I know what day it happened, or I don't know, adding in a little bit of a memory thing into my memory a day calendar in the main section of my planner. So I'm not sure yet how that will work, but I do like to actually get a little more information other than a checklist of what I did. So if I could figure out what day I did it or with who or something and fit that in somewhere that's related to this bucket list, I will try to do that as well. I jam-packed this back with these bucket list items, so I didn't miss any. I was able to fit them all in. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is that I did print this printable at 80%. That allowed me to get a little bit of a smaller scale item when I printed it. I knew that 80% is roughly the sizing down from a letter to a classic size happy planner. So I was thinking about that if this was printed just straight on classic size paper, 80% should definitely keep all the things on the page and be able to fit it. Just keep that in mind. If you are downloading this printable as well, I believe it comes in an A4 and an A5 size. So you have those two options, a little bit of a smaller one if you're doing a smaller, size planner bucket list, or a bigger one. And there's also some other cute additions, like there was a black and white version that looked like one you could color in, which could be fun. I'm going to go with this colorful one this year, but maybe next year I'll try the black and white one and then actually, color them in as I complete them. That could be really cute. A really good printable and very cost effective, I thought, for getting all the seasons. So check them out. You know what? I did not write down the name of the shop, but like I said, I do have the link. So it'll be down in the description below. And make sure you guys check them out and see if this printable is right for you. Okay, so we're pretty much done. I fit them all in, like I mentioned, and I'm just going to use my little sticker spatula to soften the edges of the stickers since I hand cut them. Makes them a little bit more raised. And that is it, friends. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.